Hello YouTube and welcome to another GV anime review. Today I am bringing you my final review for summer 2018, just in time before the end of the year. And the final anime that still needs to be reviewed is Hataraku Saibou, or Cells at Work. Cells at Work was an anime that I was pretty excited for because of nostalgia reasons, which I will get back to later on. Cells at Work is an anime that takes place inside your body and tells the story of the 37 trillion cells that are working very hard 24/7. We follow different kinds of cells like red blood cells, white blood cells and platelets in their daily tasks. In my intro I mentioned that I was really excited for Cells at Work because of nostalgia reasons. That was because in my youth I watched a series that was exactly like Cells at Work, called Il était une fois la vie, or Once Upon a Time Life in the English translation. This was a French-Belgian animation series about the human body, and it explained certain bodily functions like sight, hearing, blood circulation in terms that children could understand. And I loved that series as a child. Already then, my interest for science and the human body was surfacing, resulting in what I do today. So naturally, when I saw that there was going to be an anime version of this, I definitely wanted to see it. And in terms of explaining bodily systems, this anime did a good job. Cells at Work was not only entertaining to watch with some witty comedy from time to time, but it was also educational. It explained very well the different kinds of cells in our body and what their respective functions are. Their designs were also very well done, with, for example, the white blood cells being just bloodthirsty killers. Also, different kinds of germs and parasites were showcased, with very hilarious to me also the bacterium Staphylococcus aureus, which is what I work on. And as a final remark on that, Japan again proved that they can make anything cute, even platelets. And as a final positive point, I want to mention that Cells at Work also dared to be a little bit dark in certain scenes. The episodes about cancer were a first try, more about that later. But to me, the best episodes were the final 2 or 3 about hemorrhagic shock. Those were pretty damn dark. I felt a bit uncomfortable watching those episodes. I don't know exactly why, but those episodes had a very oppressive feeling to them. The way how the body was turned into a war zone with so many cells dying was, despite being disturbing, very well done. Now, with those final episodes, we knew that it was going to end well. Cells at Work was not such a dark anime that it would literally end with death, although that would have been very interesting. But they chose the safe way out there, and there was a second moment in the anime where the anime could have chosen a different route, being with the cancer episodes. Cells at Work could have taken a very interesting route if they would have included metastasis, where the cancer spreads throughout the body. Now the cancer was beaten just before it became metastatic, but that would have been very interesting. The cells would have needed help from the outside to eventually beat the cancer. Now, I definitely understand why Cells at Work didn't go that way. It would have become very dark very fast, and probably too dark for this anime, but I'm just thinking about the possibilities. Also, because I remember that Il était une fois did have an episode about leukemia, and that there was an episode where an older person died of age to show the cycle of life. So it was possible, but I understand that Cells at Work wanted to remain a comedy-based anime. And a second thing where, in my opinion, Il était une fois was a bit better than Cells at Work was in how many different topics there were used. Cells at Work really focuses on blood circulation and the unspecific immune response, but there are so many other things going on in our body. Il était une fois covered more of those things, like the brain, eyes, ears, nose, kidneys, nerves, DNA replication, so many other things. Cells at Work could have been a more general anime about the human body, but then it would have probably lost its comedy factor of our two main cells constantly interacting with each other. So as a conclusion, Cells at Work was a very enjoyable anime. It had a very narrow spectrum where it focused on, but I think that in general this was one of the more popular animes of summer 2018, and it was also one of my personal favorites of said season. It had potential to be even better if it would have been a little bit more daring, but then it would have been an entirely different anime. So overall, I'm going to rate Cells at Work at a well-deserved 4 out of 5 stars. I had a really good time watching this anime and it brought me straight back to my childhood. If they ever make a second season of this anime, then I will definitely watch it. As recommendation, I can only say if you enjoyed Cells at Work, then go watch Il était une fois. The English episodes of Once Upon a Time can be found on YouTube. It is an amazing series if you like educational series about the human body. And there are also other series about different topics like space exploration or history. So it is a great educational franchise overall. And with that, I conclude my review of Cells at Work. As usual, you can find the full list of all my animes and reviews over at Anime Planet. As usual, I will put a link in the description box down below. Now, if you want me to review a particular anime from this list, please put it in the comments. Also, if you have a recommendation for me, put it in the comments as well. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, visit me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and subscribe to this channel for more reviews in the future. And I will say arigatou gozaimasu, and I will see you all in the next video.